Is this good?
Drive time here in the Mighty AM 9. 15 up next is Chris Bates with the Eye in the Sky traffic temperature report. Are you there, Chris?
Yes, I'm here, Dion. I'm down to the state coming up westbound.
God, is it Monday already?
Hey, somebody, don't you wanna hear the story of my life? One of them movie companies, TV documentaries. Won't you come and ask me, please? And pay me $1 million to tell you what I do at the store. 'Cause if you paid me $1 million, I wouldn't gotta go and do it no more. 1, 2, 3, 4, just like the song say, all the live long day. Everybody done know that song, working for a living the whole day long, all the live long day. Hey, somebody, won't you turn your head, take a look my way. I'm getting old and I tell you, getting old ain't nothing new. Stuck again with you know who. You know who. My old pal Monday. Monday. It's back again. Old pal Monday. And another cup of coffee gets the juices flowing. And it's 1, 2, 3, get going. Just like the song say, all the live long day. Everybody does know that song, working for a living the whole day long, all the live long day. Just like the song say now, all the live long day now. Just like the song say now, all the live long day now. Just like the song say now, all the live long day now. Just like the song say now, all the live long day now. Everybody done know that song, working for a living the whole day long, all the live long day. Hey, somebody, don't you wanna hear the story of my life? One of them movie companies, TV documentaries. Won't you come and ask me, please?
Typically in the morning, you wait at the shanty till 7 o'clock. You go in at 7 and then you start walking your way up the ladder, climbing up the steel. Every 2 floors, you plank it off. Then you disconnect the bottom of the mast and you tie it to the boom on top of the choking cable. You get a heavy block on the job, it probably weighs 200, 250 pounds, something like that. I was 18 years old when I started out working structural steel. I worked on towers probably 100 120, 130 feet high. Most people are afraid of heights like that, so automatically every iron worker has an ego. You're doing something that somebody else can't do. And you get to wear a tool belt. When you're a kid, 18 years old, and you've got the wrenches stuck in there like a holster, you're like a cowboy or a sailor. If I put a 2x4 down on the floor, I could knock you off with a stick. But I put it up in the air 50 feet, and a little gust of wind comes along and you overreact, you end up falling off. That's why most iron workers start out as kids. You're 18 years old, you're just out of school, you look over, you see the guy next to you walking across the beam, you're going to try walking across the beam too. Iron workers very, very rarely fall in the hole. That's what our term is. If somebody falls off of a building, they fell in the hole. Yeah, we talk about it a lot amongst ourselves. You iron work long enough, you're going to get some real scares. I find for myself, I get a copper taste. You know when you're a kid and you put a penny in your mouth, you know that taste? The taste of fear, I guess. As you get older, you reconcile yourself that it's just easier to drop down and coon across the beam. It's easier, but you'll lose all the hair on the inside of your legs. You can always tell an iron worker because they don't have any hair on the inside of their legs. Oh, another bad thing, up here we don't have any outhouses or anything like that, so we piss in the columns. Everybody's always drunk the night before, so they're always expelling themselves down these columns. Of course, the bad thing about that is eventually something's going to happen where you're going to be the one that has to work down below. The worst thing in the world is if they have to burn something down there. It's like cooking a toilet. But yeah, I always knew I was going to be an iron worker. My older brothers were iron workers, my father was an iron worker, so it was like, you know, it was like a natural course of events for me. My father was, he was very disappointed that I didn't go to college. Yeah, we had a college kid at work this summer. This one time, he saw a book sticking out of my back pocket, and he was like amazed. He said to me, "You read?" See, that's what can get you sometimes, the non-recognition by other people. To say that a man is just a laborer, a woman is just a housewife, it bothers you sometimes. Sometimes, some mornings, I look across the skyline and I try and find a building that I've worked on. Say, well, let's say that building right over there. And I look down and I see a big, fancy car pulling into the parking garage that I built. And I know that some guy from the burbs is driving it, and I know he's never going to think about me, but I do think about him sometimes. Driving in his air-conditioned car, pulling into his air-conditioned office, and just sitting back there and enjoying the ride.
In my younger days, I was the best. I could drive any car like a baby. Or like a woman changing her baby's diapers. Yeah, I still get customers say, "Wow, you sure can drive. How long you been doing it?" I tell them, I started when I was 16 and I am still doing it. All my workday is cars. Well, all my waking hours is cars. You Sure, I drive my car here, and when I get here, it's the customer's car, and then I drive my car home at night. So when I go out, my wife drives. I'm known from Peking to Hong Kong, from the West Coast to Pecos. Hiking cars is my game. In an automobile, I used to be hell on wheels. That's what earned me my name. Ask anybody to tell you about loving hands. You can ask anybody, and anybody will tell you. Well, there was a time when no one could beat me doing what I do. I'd go to the ticket, slide under the wheel, and right off the bat have it under control. Using one hand, I'd spin it around, and without looking back, put a screen. The poor people ask me how I do it. Oh, ain't nothing to it. 'Cause I'm Al the Wizard, one swing Al, that's me. Loving Al is a wizard, so don't be surprised at what you see. One swing in, one swing out. Look out. Yeah, there he goes. Now when you're parking cars here, you're looking for tips, so you get to know the times. Well, your working man, he's your best tipper. He'll work all day, but he'll still give you 2 greenbacks. But then, some guy'll come up in a big, fancy Cadillac. You know what he'll give you? A quarter. Then we got our regular customers. They tip once a week, so we give them what we call our soigné service. Now, even if they don't tip, you still got to give them service. But it ain't soigné. Why can't I be a rich man with some big bucks in my Jeep? Buy me a brand new caddy and a co-keeper cigar. 'Cause you can't smoke them panatellas when you're riding in a rich man's car. I see him get up with the tuxedos on, and when I get in, I can smell the cologne. The music be up and I listen a while, just sitting pretending like it was my own. I may sit longer than I should, 'cause it feels so good to love Al the Wizard. One swing Al, that's me.
Just one, oh yeah.
Loving Al is a wizard.
Don't be surprised.
At what you see. One swing in, one swing out. Look out now. I had a customer once, tall as a smokestack. I sat down and looked like I was sitting in the back. He said, "You better pull the seat up, 'cause I'm almost 7 feet." I said, "Mister, I never move anybody's feet, 'cause I'm loving Al the Wizard." Wheels and me
Like a little peep in a sheet.
loving Al is a wizard, king of the parking lot Grand Prix.
That's it.
Now I gotta skip.
Oh.
I see the tip. Loving Al, signing off. Oh,
My name is Amanda McKinney. I'm a project manager. I'm here at work at 7:30 a.m. and I leave at 5 p.m. In between my meetings, I answer messages, email, try to avoid my boss. One always has a boss. You have a boss, your boss has a boss, and there's politics the entire time. And sometimes you have a good boss, which I've had, and sometimes you have Satan boss. The boss I have now. We sent out a notice that said, "The Brotherhood of Cubicle Cuties would like to have a Christmas party." And I got called in, and he said, "You can't start a union here."